Today we are discussing Thevenin theorem and Thevenin theorem, some questions which are generally have been asked in GATE. Okay, so before starting, before discussing those questions, come to the basic part of the Thevenin theorem, in which suppose there is a load resistance across the current is across which the current is IL. Okay, so formula for the Thevenin theorem, as you all know, that IL is equal to VTH by RTH plus RL. Okay, and what we have to do in the Thevenin theorem, that we have to short circuit the voltage source and open circuit the current source. Okay, if we have in question, if we have any voltage source, then we will short circuit this, and if you have any current source, then we will open circuit that. Okay, and suppose there is another case that there is any dependent source. Okay, and this dependent source, in there is some dependent source, and the question have been asked that you have to calculate the RTH in such questions, and there is a dependent source in the circuit. Okay, so what the formula for that is, RTH is equals to VDC by IDC. VDC is nothing that but this is only VTH. Okay, so VDC by IDC, and the condition applied that all independent sources must be 0. Okay, so this was the basic. Now come to the question. The question has been asked that the circuit has been given, and the question has been asked that you have to calculate the VTH across the 10 ohm resistance, which means this 10 ohm resistance is the load resistance RL, and the value of all these have been given, and you can see there are two dependent sources. Okay, there are two dependent sources. Okay, now see, the first step which you have to do is, suppose this is load resistance. Okay, so what we have to do in Thevenin theorem, you have to we have to open the circuit. Okay, we have to open the circuit across which the voltage have been asked. So I will open the circuit. Okay, I will open the circuit. So the current in this direction is 0 ampere. The current in this direction is 0 ampere. So here I will get 0 ampere, here I will get 0 ampere. Which means the voltage drop across 5 ohm inductor and 6J ohm resistance is 0 volt and 0 volt. Okay, the voltage drop across these two will be 0. So when these two will be 0, then this 10 VL1, this voltage dependent voltage source, will be equal to what? VTH. Suppose this is VTH. Okay, so 10 VL1 equal to what? VTH. 10 VL1 is equal to VTH. Suppose this is equation number 1. Okay, and the current I2 is 0. The current I2 is 0. Okay, and when this current is 0, then see this voltage, this current dependent voltage source, will be 0. Why? See, this is J40 I2, and I2 is 0, so this becomes 0, and this is a voltage source. So any voltage source is 0, which means it will become short circuit. So I will short circuit this. Okay, see, this is short circuited. Okay, now see, this is L1. Okay, this is L1 and 10 VL1. Okay, matlab this voltage source is dependent across the voltage across this. Okay, which means now we have to apply the you can apply KVL over here. Okay, or simply we can do is that we can apply the voltage dependent theorem. Okay, in which the voltage in VL1 is equals to what? The main voltage source Vs into J4 divided by J4 plus 3 ohm. Okay, so VL1 is equal to what? Vs is given 100 angle 53.13 into J4. Okay, so J4 can be written as 4 angle 90 divided by 4J plus 3. So 4J, you can convert this in polar form. So 4J plus 3, after converting you will get 5 angle 53.13. Okay, So after solving this, you will get VL1 is equal to 80J volt. 80J volt. Okay. So what we have to find is VTH, and VTH is equal to VL1. So VTH is equal to 10 times of VL1. So 10 into VL1 is what? 80J. 80J. So we will get here answer as 800J voltage. This was the answer. Or you can also convert this into polar form, then you can multiply this. Okay. So now come to the next question. In this, the question has been asked that we have to find this voltage across AB points, in which VAB, and VAB we can consider as VTH. Okay, we can consider this as VTH. Okay, so it means the voltage at this point is VTH. The voltage at this point is VTH, and suppose the voltage at this point is VC. Okay, and you can see the between these 2 points, suppose this point is P and this point is Q. So between these 2 points P and Q, there is no any load. There is no any type of inductive, capacitive or resistive load, which means, and there is a voltage source. See, there is a voltage source, which means these 2 points can be combined as a one node only, and this is also called as super node. This is also called as super node. Okay. So in this, you can also get by this in the super node that VC minus VTH is equals to thrice of VAB, and VAB is what? VTH. VAB is what? VTH. So you can also get VC minus VTH is equal to thrice of VTH. So VC is equals to 4 times of VTH. Consider this as equation number 1. VC is equals to 4 times of VTH. Okay. Now applying nodal analysis at this point. Okay. So the current in this direction will be what? VC minus 5 divided by 2 plus VC by 2 plus. Now this point and this point considered as a one point. So instead of applying at this point, I will apply the nodal at this point. Okay. So here will be what? I will get VTH minus of VTH by 1. Okay, which is equal to 0, and the current in this direction is 0. Okay, because this is a open circuit. Okay. So after solving, you will get here VC minus 5 plus VC plus twice of VTH is equals to 0. Okay, so twice of VC minus 5 plus twice of VTH is equals to 0. Okay, equals to 0. And you get as VC is equals to 4 times of VTH. So in place of VC, I can write 4 times of VTH. Okay, I can write 4 times of VTH. Okay, so I'll write here. This will become 8. This will become 8 VTH minus 5 plus twice of VTH is equals to 0. Plus twice of VTH equals to 0. Okay, and also I can write after solving these two, this will get 10 times of VTH is equals to 5. So VTH is equal to 0.5 volt. So you get answer as 0.5 volt. This was a question which have been asked in GATE. Okay, so now coming to the next question. So in this you have to find the RTH across the points P and Q. So RTH will be what? VDC by IDC, and the condition applied that all independent sources must be 0. Okay, so you can see there is a dependent source, and this is depending upon the current in this branch, that is I0. Okay, so the condition applied that all independent sources must be 0. So here is only I get one independent source, that is voltage source. So I have to short circuit this. Okay, so when I will short circuit this point, I will short circuit this. So when this will be short circuited, so the voltage across this 1 ohm it will also be 0, which means this will also be short circuited. Okay, so this will also be short circuited. I will short circuit this again. Okay, which means I can remove this part. I can remove this part. Okay, so this part has been removed. Okay, now you have to find the RTH, which means VDC by IDC. Okay, now consider a thing. Suppose the voltage is here is VDC. Okay, the voltage across the points P and Q is VDC, and the current in this direction is IDC. Okay, so the IDC amount of current enters in this network. So the IDC amount of current will we get outside of the network. Okay, so now what we have to find the VDC by IDC. Okay, so now suppose this current I naught is coming here. Okay, I naught is coming here, and we are getting IDC over here. This is I naught, na? Okay, and this is IDC, which means this current, the current over here could be what? I naught minus IDC. I naught minus IDC in this direction. Okay, so I naught minus IDC. Here also I naught minus IDC. Okay, and here the voltage, the here current devices, and the voltage is 3 I naught. Okay, the voltage here is 3 I naught, which means the voltage in this 1 ohm resistance will be also thrice of I naught. The voltage across this 1 ohm resistance will also be thrice of I naught. Okay, so now applying the KVL in this loop. See, applying the KVL in this loop. Okay, so applying KVL in this loop, you will get what? See, thrice of I naught. Okay, thrice of I naught minus, because we have minus sign over here, so I will write minus of thrice of I naught. Okay, and plus 1 into I naught, 1 into I naught. Okay, or 1 into I naught. Now come to this resistance. This will be what? Plus 1 into I naught minus of IDC, which is equal to 0. Which is equal to 0. Now solving this, you can get that minus thrice of I, minus twice of I naught. Okay, plus I naught minus IDC equal to 0, which means IDC is equal to minus of I naught. You get as a result. IDC is equal to minus of I naught. Okay, now in this 1 ohm resistance, the voltage will be what? This VDC. The voltage will be VDC, because suppose the voltage here is VDC, so voltage at this point will also be VDC. Okay, and this is ground. This is ground. So voltage across this will be what? VDC minus 0, which means volt DC, which means VDC. So VDC will be equal to what? VDC will be equal to what? Current into resistance, which means I naught into 1. I naught into 1. And in place of I naught, we can write minus of IDC. So VDC is equal to minus of IDC. So VDC by IDC is what? Minus of 1. Okay, minus of 1 ohm. So the answer RTH is minus 1 ohm. Okay, so don't be confused with the answer negative, because when there is any dependent sources, you can also get the equivalent resistance in negative. Okay, so coming to the next part of the question. In this, the question has been asked that you have to find the equivalent resistance across the terminals 1 and 2. Okay, so see, how can you solve this? Suppose you have to find the ZTH. Okay, and ZTH is what? VDC by IDC. VDC by IDC. Okay, so suppose the current here is IDC. The current here is IDC, and suppose there are 1, 2 nodes. Okay, and this is ground. Okay, so this will be also ground. Now this is IDC. Okay, so voltage at this point, suppose, is VDC. So voltage at this node will also be VDC, because there is no resistive load across these points. Okay, so now applying nodal analysis at this point. Okay, at this point. So I am considering all incoming current as negative and all outgoing current as positive. See, so incoming current is IDC here, so I will write minus of IDC, okay, and minus of IDC and minus of 99 IB, it is also incoming, okay, and outgoing current is this one. So plus this current will be divided into these two parts. So this will be what? VDC by 100 plus this will be what? VDC by, see, you can convert this in ohm, so it will be 1000 ohm and it will be 9000 ohm, okay. So this will be 10,000, so VDC by 10,000 ohm, okay, is equals to 0, okay. And another thing you can get, that this current is also equal to minus of IB. See, this current is what? VDC by 10,000, and the same current in this direction is IB in opposite direction. So VDC is also, VDC by 10,000 is also equal to minus of IB, is also equal to minus of IB. So you can, and what you want, ZTH, which is equal to VDC by IDC, okay. So here is IB, so in place of IB you can write VDC by 10,000, so minus of IDC minus of 99, in place of IB you can write VDC by 10,000 minus VDC by 10,000, so it will be plus VDC by 10,000 plus VDC by 100 and plus VDC by 1000. See, okay. So after solving you will get as VDC by IDC